Go, guys.
Hey, guys.
No worries.
Thanks, Lee. We've got Les Kiss, Reds coach, and Liam Wright, co-captain of the Reds.
Congratulations, guys. Liam, great win last week in Christchurch, and to come to Suncorp tonight and just hold on there. How did that feel, and how good is it to just come away with the result?
Very good. It's a big relief. Wasn't the polished performance we wanted. We wanted to back up and be a consistent team, but I guess it's a W in the column. So happy with that, and we'll take it. The Rebels were very up for it tonight. You could tell that. They got under our skin, dominated the physical aspects in that first half especially, but proud of the way to turn around that second half. I think it was 21-5 in the second half. So look, that's a decent second 40 minutes. But yeah, found a way to close it, which is probably a game we might have lost earlier this year.
Did you feel the difference being 15 on 14 for 10 minutes there? And if you did, how did you feel the boys attacked that, and how good they were to capitalise?
Yeah, look, I think we started to figure out what was working for us. We went to our maul quite a few times in that period, which obviously with a man down in the backs, you might want to spread it, but I thought that closed them in nice enough. And then, our backs capitalised on that try by Jock there, was just utilising the numbers. And I thought it was a good 10 minutes for us to really just build some momentum. We carried that for most of the second half, I thought, and then we probably just let it slip a little bit towards the end. But good defence, a good red wall there, and got a result.
Yeah, man, and you've been without your co-captain for the last 3 weeks. How did you like, leading the boys on as captain for the last 3 weeks, and what did you like tonight when Tatey did come on, and how he was able to take that leadership role with you?
Look, it's been a nice challenge again to have to, probably think a bit harder about messaging, wording, working closely with Les and the other coaches around what our theme will be and how to best get that message across to the boys. And, I thought the guys did a great job of responding in the past few weeks. I thought Kalani and Lawson, especially in the last few weeks, have done a great job of owning that as the starting 9 and 10 and making that job easier with the absence of Tate. I thought Tate brought exactly what we want Tate to bring when he came off. He brought energy, sped it up. That messaging was very good from him, taking over from Kalani there. And I just thought he guided us nicely around the field, which is what you want from not only your co-captain, but from your nines and your playmakers there. So, look, I'm really pleased that he's back, and I'm really pleased with the job that Kalani and Lawson have been doing there as well. So it just adds to the selection headache.
Liam, James O'Connor back. How was it? Did you notice anything when he came on, like how happy he was, or was he more communicating than he usually is? Like, what did you see from Jock in that 20 minutes there?
I thought he was very excited. It's been probably a tough old season for him. Not exactly the way he planned it, but he's very good at just getting back to his process, internalising and finding a way to make it work. So he's been great for the team in terms of actually getting those meetings going, being another sort of coach really for our our 10s, especially a sort of young core there at 9 and 10. So he's done wonders for us off the field, and it's great for him to get back on the field. I think he was excited, but typical James O'Connor, he just goes about his role, and he got it as well. So I'm happy he's back.
In terms of the ladder, that's pretty important win, just to stay in touch with the top four, Les. Are you keeping a close eye on that? And in terms of where you want to finish at the end of the year, and how important it is to potentially play a home final?
Yeah, well, I think firstly we knew it was important after last week to make sure we got the W. The table tells the story. You get a bit of a break in it now, and we can only keep doing what we're doing if we keep winning it. The pressure comes on other people to do their job, and there's some big games for everyone, really. So, as coaches, we're not getting lost in the ladder, but we do know that some things are possible around that, 4th, 5th area. So we just got to stay focused on what we're doing well, and we'll see where that lands. But we've certainly put a bit of a gap on the others now, which is important.
We can talk about that cliche and take it one game at a time then, because this next week's massive in relation to the whole season. If you can find a way.
Yep. Yeah, I think like last week, tonight, next week. You know, they're important moments for us to stand up to and own. It's part of this whole process, isn't it, Liam? That we've. You know, we didn't promise anything at the beginning, but we certainly made some heavy commitments about how we'll do things, and along the way we've made some, you know, pretty important decisions internally about how we can address things. And you know, fair play to the boys; they're making some inroads into that. But it's tight at the top, and there's a tight tussle down the bottom for the other boys. But we've just put a bit of a gap on that now, and we've just got to make sure we leverage that.
Harry Wilson, Laura.
Yeah, we just got the news back there. He's got a break, unfortunately, and we'll see what they'll say. Perhaps some surgery, but we'll get some more information that as the night goes on, and possibly tomorrow we'll find out where we are with that.
Is there any chance we'll play again this year then?
I don't know. I don't know. If it's surgery, probably won't. Maybe not. I'm not sure of the severity, but there is a break there or a fracture, so we have to do something with that and see where it ends up. We'll have more clarity maybe later tonight or tomorrow, but I believe there has to be likely surgery for it, but we'll see. Yeah.
I think that's like you guys have been thick as thieves this year. Massive blow, even if he's out for a week. You know, like that. How big a blow is it for the Reds not having a Harry Wilson there?
Yeah, Harry's been in great form this season. I think he's stepped up massively as a leader and a voice for the team. You could see last week how just up for the game he was. He always plays well in Christchurch and just stands up as a forward pack there. Tough for him, you know. I think Harry, Fraser and myself have built a nice combination in the back row, but I was really impressed with JB filling in at 7 a few weeks ago, and you know, it opens up a spot there towards the back. I thought he did an excellent job. JB coming on, bringing energy. He's he's one of our guys to watch at the start of the season. He's dynamic. He's not the biggest guy, but he's got that little bit about him. We've got other guys knocking on the door as well. So we've got Briley there in the wings, and there's many ways this back row can go, and we're going to have to just find a way to make it work.
Let's 10 points down at half-time, discipline issues. What's the message to get the team back in the game that you engaged?
It wasn't complicated. To be honest, the boys were very upfront with what was not working as well. The truth is, coming from Crusader land and doing what we did, and there's a fairly emotional week, there was always going to be, I thought, a flat spot somewhere. We just took longer to get out of it. And half-time was that chance we had to go out and change it. But it was just simple messages, being more direct when we needed to be. The contact area, be more accurate in finishing off the back end of those efforts. Defensively, we probably soaked a few tackles rather than get on the front foot with those as well. So there were simple messages. And among those messages, the boys talked about the plays that we could do, and we had a couple that we had to work on. We got our drives going. We didn't quite get over the line, held up, so we weren't as tidy as we'd like to be, but the energy came back. And we took on another gear. And then we brought Tate on, we brought Zane on, JB came on, Johnny Bryant. Things just started to move in sync. So to me, that's a significant part of some of the growth that we were after. And I think we saw that tonight. As disappointing as everyone was at half-time, we came out and did what we second half, but we knew that Melbourne are playing for something, aren't they? The Rebels were, they were committed tonight, and they came with a plan, and they turned the short side a few times, and it was good, but it brought out the best of us in that second half, and that was important for us.
Les, Seru is a player that could play number 8. Let's say Harry Wilson's out for the season. Do you have a timeline on his return? Could he be back for 4 finals or 4 finals?
Seru, he could be available next week. I mean, it's that close. So we'll probably get a little bit more information. We've got medicals in the morning. We'll double check that, and Monday morning we'll probably get an idea where that sits once we sit down with selection. So Jim will just keep up to date with all that stuff as well. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be very, very close to be available.
To have a player of Harry's calibre out, and to have Seru and someone like John Bryant come through the ranks to be able to fill in that void. How confident does that make you, Liam, and how pleasing is that for you, Les, as a coach, to have that sort of depth in the squad when an injury does come?
Well, I'm pleased because, younger guys are stepping up and other guys are, when Syria was out, we've had to adjust to that. So there's some really good qualities coming through from their depth in that. No doubt, no doubt Liam will be pleased that those troops are coming back. But that's what a season is. It's never a straight line. It throws it around, and at times, a couple of times, we haven't quite handled it. But we've managed it each time to be able to bounce back a little bit and find a way back into what we're about. And this is just another chance with Harry out. He's been having a fantastic year, but that's footy, and we've got to work on. But I haven't contacted him yet, but I'll get hold of him shortly and have a good chat to him.
Speaking of Harry's, Les, how's Harry McLaughlin-Phillips? Have you given him any advice heading into this week's game against New Zealand?
Yeah, I've the only advice I gave him was to go and enjoy this opportunity and take your experience that you've had. It's been a fantastic year for him. He's had many forms of experience, starting off the bench, not being selected, but delivering for the team as a guy who isn't in the squad, going back to club. Now he's got the 20s. I'm in contact with Nathan Gray a fair bit, and we tried to plan this out, but it's worked that he can get this time with the 20. So we just wish him the best there. But he's had a great year, and he'll make a difference for them. That's for sure. Good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I answered your question for you. So.
That's fine.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
I'll just get the Rebels guy there.